Well, hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Shani and I'm a part-time reseller, and today is Monday. It is September 1st. It is Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. I hope all of your weekends were amazing. We actually had a kind of a low-key weekend at home, but I have been busy with sales. Yay! I have 13 items going out that have sold from Saturday morning until today, right now, on Monday. I've actually only had one sale today. It's kind of been a slower day. I've had a lot of watchers on things, but it's been a rather slow sales day. Truthfully, what got me through the weekend with that many sales, I had 5 auctions of jewelry ending and every single one of them sold. So I'm going to show you those. This is lots of jewelry this time. So which is pretty exciting because that means I'm making my money back that I've spent, and hopefully, you know, I feel like it all kind of equals out at the end, but hopefully it ends up being worth it. But these are kind of junk lots, and so it's a way to like recap some of that money quickly back. So hopefully, yeah, I feel pretty confident in what I'm doing. I've actually have listed quite a few lots of jewelry in the last couple days, and so yeah, so let's just get to it. I kind of don't know where to start. I've had one Etsy sale, one Poshmark sale, and the rest of them are all eBay. No Facebook and no Mercari. So Mercari's kind of like the new dead, I guess. I don't know. It's horrible. Okay, so this is, I don't know what it is. These are the pendants. Okay. So this is Vintage to Now Jewelry Pendants and Charms lot for crafting artists, 2 pounds, 12 ounces. I have them in a Ziploc bag. Their condition varies. They're all kinds of little charms. Like, here's a big one. Just all charms. Look at this cute little heart. So all kinds of little charms and pendants that ended up being over 2 pounds and 12 ounces. And so I listed these. This ended on yesterday, Sunday, for the $22.50 was where the bidding stopped. Sorry, I'm just trying to rearrange. Here we go. $22.50 for all of that, which I am happy with. It's, in my mind, it's junk. I'm not gonna resell these, and so even though there's some cuter ones, and I probably could have found some chains for some of them, I thought it'd be better just to kind of recoup some money and do it this way. So $22.50 was where it ended, and I donated $2.25 to my charity. There's some kids outside riding a bike, so if you hear something, it's that. $2.25 to my charity. My net profit is $16.26. So I am wrapping it in some bubble wrap because I'm gonna ship this in a poly mailer, and so it's fine in my book. Let me put a thank you sticker on it. So I'm kind of excited. So what am I saying? Sorry, I'm hearing noises. Now I have a neighbor mowing. So sorry if you can hear that. I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, so the charity that I donate to, they put out an emergency. I donate to a charity that is a non-kill, it is a local non-kill rescue shelter. They will go out in the middle of the night and rescue these animals. And so they had put out that they were in crisis mode, essentially, that they were running out of dog food. And every once in a while, when they get really low on their supplies, they'll put out like a crisis mode where people can get on their Amazon account and ship them dog food or, you know, cat food, anything of that nature. So that made me feel good that I'm continuing to support them. They actually, it was jointed efforts, but I'm in Missouri, and they had, I think it was over 120 some dogs. It was the worst puppy mill rescue that they've ever done, and it was just recently. And these poor babies, anyway, I won't keep going on about it, but these poor babies. So I feel good about, you know, giving them some of my profit. So anyway, and I'm super excited because a lot of these sales went towards that. So, all right, so that's going out. All I did is I took a 13 by 10 and I folded it and kind of taped it down so it wouldn't get caught and tore open. And there's that one. Let me do this one real fast to get it off of here. This is a really cool sale. This is an Etsy sale, and I'm gonna read you my title. Always keep your eyes open for these. Being able to realize what they are is takes some time maybe, but if you know nothing about fabric, this is hopefully a little tutorial, but this is what's called a vintage depression fabric full open feed sack, flour sack fabric, 27 by 17.75. So it looks like a pillowcase. And when you look at it up close, it kind of almost has like a linen look. And the top of that used to be stitched with like threading material, and this is what it is. Do you see that? So during the Depression, the flour feed sack companies, they started, instead of just plain cloth, they started putting, like, having a decoration on their fabric, and then the women would purchase their flour sacks, or feed sacks, and they were able to use these to make their children's clothing or their clothing out of it. So finding like an entire sack like that is kind of cool, because you don't find them anymore. I mean, clearly, like, that was so long ago. Think about how long ago that was. And so I found this this year. I got it on April the 9th for 25 cents. And I sold it for, let me look here. Sorry, I've got a lot of people walking and riding by. $19.99. So I paid 25 cents at one of my local thrift stores. They didn't know what it was either. It just looks like fabric. But when I saw it, I could tell it looked like Depression fabric or feed sack fabric. So I pulled it out and I knew exactly what it was. So, and it has the stitching all the way across the top. So there are people that kind of, you know, they purchase this fabric. It's not only a collector's item, but some people actually will reuse this fabric in like their old quilts. There are old quilt patterns that are from that time that women actually will try to find the old fabric to kind of match the fabric with those old patterns, the old, some of the quilters will. So it's kind of a cool thing. I think the last time I found a couple bags was at the Goodwill outlet last year, and I sold that set, I want to say for $40 some. So it's kind of what I would call a silent bolo. I don't know if anyone else uses that term, but I kind of have picked it up on a few things. Really hard to find, will sell every time. I have had this one a little bit longer. I did mark it up though. I did indeed mark it up. And so I'm just happy it's selling. And it has like staining on it also. It's not like a brand new piece of fabric. It's definitely stained and got some imperfections. But anyway, this is going out in a 13 by 10. My postal guy is gonna hate my guts probably tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the Poshmark sale. These, I knew nothing about, okay? I'm just gonna say that. This is gonna go Poshmark. They are shoes. I'm gonna ship it in a Poshmark or in a priority shoebox. But these are Scott Pursuit Ortholites Echoes times 40 by 40 road running tennis shoes, athletic women's size 7. They definitely look like a running shoe. They're so light. Like, I'm talking they're light. They have a little bit of discoloration, but as you can tell, the tread is like in amazing condition. So these I've had since last year, and I really didn't know how they would do. I did look up comps when I found these. They still look like they have like the sticker kind of, so you could tell they've hardly been worn. So I got them last year. I think I got them at the actual Goodwill, and I do not have a cost of goods. I could probably look it up on my old spreadsheet, but I just didn't. I'm sorry. And really, it kind of doesn't matter what I paid for them right now because I'm recouping that money at this point, and I finally sold them. So sold them for $31 on Poshmark, which is amazing because I've had them in several sales and they never sold. So it just took the right person to come along. $31 Poshmark. This sold yesterday on Sunday. My net profit is $24.80. So I'm just gonna kind of stuff it with a little bit more paper before I get it shipped off. So I was kind of hoping I got a couple other Poshmark sales, but it is what it is. It's hit and miss for me. I keep wanting it to be like, anytime it kind of gets going, it gives me good hope. And then I'm like, okay, well, there was that. But I'm excited. That was a great sale. So, okay. I just spilled this. That ain't good. OMG. Okay, I'm getting it, guys. I'm getting it. Oh, and my chair squeaks. Okay. So I've showed you the lots I'm starting to put together of mostly unsigned jewelry that's really in pretty decent shape. What I would consider definitely wearable, pretty jewelry. And I have several lots that I have put together. I think I made 3 more today and got them listed. So it's really good when one of them sells because I'm like, I don't want it to be a waste of my time. And I think this is like my 4th one to sell. So this is just a lot. It's a vintage to now lot of Silvertone silver jewelry, necklace, bracelet, earrings, rings. So this is like a bracelet. I think there were, let me click into this I posted all of these lots for like either $28.99 or $29.99, depending on kind of what I've put in them. There are 24 pieces in this lot specifically. There is one that there's a single chain that is marked sterling silver. It did have some condition issues. It's just tarnished pretty bad, but I just put all of these kind of individually. I don't want them getting scratched on the way to their buyer, or yeah, on the way to their new home, but just kind of like, look at that. That's actually signed, and it was like an aquamarine. Isn't that pretty? Little bracelet. But some really nice jewelry. One piece of, for sure, stainless or silver, sterling. So a couple rings, really cute rings. And I have fun putting these together. So I hope the buyers enjoy them. And yeah. So this one, I did run a sale this weekend, and I had it 15% off. It sold for $25.49, which is that's a heck of a deal, really, because there was 23 pieces. So it's literally just over $1 a piece for the buyer. I mean, that's a pretty good deal, even though it's unmarked. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry. I know it doesn't bug some of you, but okay. So $25.49. I donated $2.55 to my charity. My net profit was $18.30. So not bad. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. And it is going out in one of these white boxes that you guys have taught me how to fold. All right, here's some more jewelry. This is going out in a 10 by 13 as well. And let me tell you something. I just dropped one, but it was an extra one I had thrown in here to add to it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I put these together and then I just added some to it. So this is a lot of rings. And I saw how much I went for it, and I was like, I hope they're happy, because a lot, you know, I called it junk. I put vintage to now random junk jewelry cosmetic rings lot, 3 pounds 1 ounce lot. So it is nothing but rings. I was very transparent. I said there's a lot of stretchy rings. I said that this is not for resellers. I do not feel like there's any hidden jewels in here. I was very honest about that. So anyway, it sold for $53. So I am ecstatic about that, okay? And I've been keeping, if there's really cute rings I can put into my lots that I make, I actually keep them. So this is just like the ones I didn't want to use. So it almost like, I'm just really happy with that. And I already have another one started. My jewelry girl I've been getting the jewelry from, she messaged me yesterday and she said, I have a new lot ready for $200. And I just said, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to sit out a week. I didn't want to miss the chance because she has other buyers. I'm kind of been the one she asks first, and I super appreciate that. But I've been buying one weekly from her, and I just felt like I needed to chill and get these things sold and kind of pick up my space a little, have another week to do that. So she promised me she would get with me on her next lot. So hopefully, I didn't make her upset. And I just said, I'm so sorry. Please don't forget me on your next one. And she said she wouldn't. So, okay. So this lot, did I tell you what I made off of it? $53. I donated $5.30 to my charity. My net profit is $39.58. So $39.58. And I know I said it, but I am so happy that I had all of these auctions finished, because if it wasn't for these auctions, I wouldn't have done good this weekend, I don't think. I don't know. I didn't have much sales otherwise, so that's pretty heavy. Okay. Another jewelry lot. This one was fairly kind of simple, but these were, as I've went through the jewelry lots, I have found these vintage, it's a vintage lot of cufflinks, tie bars, and tie clasps, and then I put some signed. So here's all the tie bars. I put a whole bunch of them in there. Here's some tie clasps and cufflinks, and I have matching ones, and then I have ones that didn't have matches. And then I found some more as I went through stuff. So I gave them a little note that's smeared now, but it says, these are extra pieces I found, so I threw them in. So I'm just kind of giving the person some extras, because I mean, that's all the extras. I've went through all of the jewelry now, and that's all of the extras I had. So, but these I meant to start as an auction at $12.99, and I realized I had put it up for sale for $12.99, and I just thought, you know what, I'm fine with that. I'm fine only making $12.99, and I am. So I am shipping these out in one of my little white boxes and putting a thank you sticker on it. So it sold for $12.99, and I made, sorry, I'm trying to find it. I made, I'm sorry. Okay, so they got it on a sale. So they bought it on sale. So they got the 15% off. I donated $1.10 to my charity, and then I made $6.27. So not a whole lot, but I'm kind of ready. I know there are people that like look those, that buy those. But I don't know. I didn't feel like I would sell them the best anyway, but maybe I would. The condition issued varied on all of them pretty much. Some were way better than others, but I'm fine with what it sold for and what I made off of it. And some things are better just to put in a lot and get rid of, and that's about it. So, okay. Now, this is a big one. This is a 10-pound lot. My wrist is hurting. A huge watch lot, 10 pounds for parts repaired, not working, vintage to modern. And this is them. It's a 10-pound box of non-working watches. I think I'm going to try to bag them up before I ship them out, but I wanted to be able to show you. So these watch lots, they actually, if you are into jewelry and you get random junk watches that you think no one's ever going to buy this, just start you a little box. And when you get quite a bit, put it up for auction, because there are people that refurbish watches. They put new batteries into them. Some of them just need new batteries. A lot of them just need new batteries, and then they resell them. So this 10-pound lot went for $69. I was very happy with that. I donated $6.90 to my charity, and my net profit was $52.54. So I am very happy with that. All right, this is an eBay as well. And I got this sold actually today. It's the one sale I've had today, but this is a Gap 1969 women's denim. It is a 5-inch inseam, shorts rolled, size 31. So I received an offer of $10 and I accepted. items like this for Gap are gonna go normally between $12.99 to $15 probably, depending on what it is. I think I had these for $12.99, but received the $10 offer. I accepted, and my net profit was $6.86. I do not have a cost of goods on these because this is a last year's item. So I'm making whatever I spent, which is probably, I think, I'm gonna be honest, I remember my sister finding a whole bunch of Gap items on our last Goodwill outlet trip together. And my cost of goods then was 92 cents. And I'm pretty sure this came from that Goodwill outlet haul. So pretty sure anyway. So I'm okay with $6.86 on that. All right, this is a last year's item as well. Uh-oh. Where'd my, oh, uh-oh. Hold on a second. I want to make sure, okay, yes. I want to make sure I had the right labels. One of the envelopes fell. Yes, okay. I want to send the right thing to the right person. Okay, these were last year's items as well, and I've had them for a while. My cost of goods was, I'm pretty sure I got these in a bag sale, and my cost of goods was really low, but this was a set of Nike and Champion Baby Boy athletic shorts lot, 3 to 6 months, lot of 2. This is the Champions. Look how cute they are, little blue Champions. And then this is the Nike. And these, I did notice just a tiny snag, which I think they had them, but I was gonna try to make it look slightly better if I could. I accepted an offer of $9 today for the both of these. I am ready to see it go, get my money back, and move on. And my net profit is $7.58 for this year, so I'm happy with that. I ordered some Ziploc bags out off of Amazon, and they came today, thank goodness. And I've said it before, you don't have to be fancy, especially when you're starting. Just start selling, and as you go, you'll figure out like how you want to package and what makes you feel good about yourself. So that's really all I gotta say about that. This is how I like to package. I realize that these cost money, but I'm okay with that. And I like to, send my items out freshly packaged. So, okay, now I'm gonna have to, my roller is over there though. This is I got a lot of action on this shirt actually. This is a Supplement Superstore t-shirt. My title is Supplement Superstore Men's Graphic T-shirt Employee Size Extra L. And there's the back of it. This guy locally kept wanting to meet me for it. I was asked if I lived up in Kansas City about this. Like Facebook, I had a lot of action on this shirt. Guy kept wanting to meet, and then I would try to set up a time, and I will say one time it just was not gonna work for me, but he would ask me a question and then ghost me and not respond, and then he'd be like, I can meet right now. Well, I don't work that way. You can't just message me and want to meet. I offered for him to do porch pickup, but he didn't want to do that. So it is what it is. I also had people asking me if I could bring it to them in Springfield. That's what gets me, is when you like have an item for sale and it's like less than $10 and they want you to drive 30 minutes. It's like, that's not how this works. This is for sale. If you want it, come and get it. And I don't feel like I'm rude when people ask me questions, but I'll be like, no, I'm sorry. It's not worth my time to drive clear up 20 minutes away from where I live to give you a $10 t-shirt. You know what I mean? So I just make people come to me And if I don't sell it, I don't sell it. I mean, I would rather sell it on eBay and make $4 than have to drive out of my way and waste my gas and my time when, you know, anyway. So, very cool shirt. I did sell it on my 15% off sale, and it sold for $9.34. I got this year in a bag sale for 83 cents. I got it on June the 3rd. I will say I just listed this though. This is how far back. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. If you're ever interested in something I have and I show you in a haul, you message me quickly and say, I'm interested in this, and I will get it listed. I promise. Because otherwise I just la-ti-da. I just post what I see and what I've been so occupied with the jewelry that I've posted a lot of jewelry, but today I did post some clothes. I've been trying to make myself do both. So anyway, I don't know if I told you my net profit. My net profit on this shirt was $6.18. I did donate 93 cents to my charity, and I got it for 83 cents. Okay, the last two items are junk lots, jewelry lots. So let me show you. This one is the heavy one, I think. These didn't go for, extreme, but this is to show you that if you buy these junk lots of jewelry, don't be afraid to sell the junk, the stuff that you think no one's gonna want, because artists and crafters do buy them. Okay, zone 4. Oh, goodness sakes, y'all. Goodness sakes. 8 pounds, 12 ounces. One was an 8 pounds, 12 ounce lot. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna map. Okay, so this one is it is a huge lot of vintage to now junk jewelry for crafting, art, tangled, broken, 8 pounds, 12 ounces. So I go through all my jewelry lots and I bag the jewelry I don't want to use for crafting myself, or I'm not gonna use to resell. It's junk, it's tangled, it's not good to me. And there we go. I post it for sale, and I actually have a whole basket full and another box half full. So I got about 2 more lots I need to get posted tomorrow. But I send them all in an 8x8x8 box. This one actually sold for $14.50. So it's been one of my lowest ones, and it was the highest poundage, I think. I donated $1.45 to my charity. My net profit on that was only $9.91. But I mean, you got to think, I don't have a whole lot of time in it. I throw pieces to the side as I go through the lot. I mean, I'm going through the lot, so that, yes, it takes my time, but I'm trying to find the better stuff that I can post individually. So I take the junk baskets or whatever, I lay it in a cardboard box so people can kind of see what I have in it. I show them the scale, and I zero with the box on, so that box weight isn't included in the jewelry weight. And I do state that in my auction listings, but like this, it's just been sitting on my garage floor. So tomorrow I'm just gonna divide it out into 2 lots and get it posted for sale. So at the end of the day, I'm making back $10 almost on something I would have thrown away. So, because I wouldn't have donated these. Okay, and then I have the second one. And same thing, this is a vintage, let's see, it's a vintage to now random junk jewelry. Oh, sorry, I missed it. For crafting art, tangled. This is a 7 pounds, 4 ounce lot. They still have two bags here. So this just kind of shows them, you know, what they're getting. Tons of beads and rhinestones for use. And this is one of those lots that I got my first negative review, but she did change it. So anyway, this one went for $17.50, so a little bit more. I donated $1.75. My net profit was $11.97. So truthfully, if it wasn't for that jewelry, all of that jewelry I sold, let's see, I made what, $52.54 was probably my highest. That was the watch lot. So that was my highest profited item for the entire week as I'm looking back. So week of August 25th through August the 31st, I made 31 sales. Yes, 31 sales. That is the highest sales I've had in a really long time, since Christmas. Yeah, since Christmas. My net profit for the week was $493.26. So I'm super happy about that. My debt payment, I take 20% of that. So 20% of $493.26 is $98.65. I will be taking $98.65 and making a payment towards my debt, which is almost a $100 payment. So that really makes me happy. This is my 22nd payment of paying this big old boy off. For those of you that have been following my journey, you know, I am tackling a big piece of debt, $9,100 when I started. So this is the 22nd payment. I'm really wondering like how many it's going to take. It feels like a lifetime away. It's going to be a lifetime away, but anyway, we've had some stress. My little work car, it's a 2013 Honda Civic. It decided to break down on me. And so my other car, it has quite a bit of miles on it. So all three of our cars have over 100,000 miles. You know, cars last nowadays. They don't. Back in the day, when your car got around 100,000, you thought about you needed to get rid of it or trade it. And now you just take care of them, and they do seem to last. As expensive as cars are, they should. But, you know, being a hospice nurse, I have driven a lot of miles. I've always put the miles, since I started this job, I have always put the miles on my car. So anyway, we've got to take the little car to go get it fixed and figure out what's wrong with it. It could be something just as simple as an air compressor bearing or something like that. I'm not a car expert, okay? So we're going to see like what it's going to cost. At one time we said we're not going to throw a bunch of money at this car anymore because it's kind of getting at that age. It's got 240,000 miles or something like that. 230, 240, something like that. So anyway, but it has saved my life on gas. And so I'm not quite ready to see it go. But anyway, so that's the last week. Last week totals August 25th through the 31st. So I'll be making the $98 payment, and we'll just start week 23 and see. Once I get to week 24, and I will give you another monthly update on kind of where I stand overall. But I needed this $98. I did, because the last few weeks have been 40, 59, 75, 36. That was a bad week, wasn't it? That was a really bad week. 47. So I'm ready to get back, and really I would love to have a goal of $100, being able to pay $100. So anyway, that's all I got. lots of walkers. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to hit the like button and let me know your thoughts on all this jewelry I've been picking up, and I'll talk to you later.